I'll just go on the list of things for Shavuos. This year, what's unique about Shavuos is that it goes in straight from Shabbos. So first of all, the first thing that comes up with this year is regarding taking haircuts. Because according to Minhag Chabad, we only take haircuts on the day before Erev Shavuos. So in this type of kviyas, we are a bit stuck because we can't take Erev Yom. So it's clear that our minhag is that we take on Friday. You can take on Friday. The Rebbe also took in such a kviyas on Friday. It's a mitzvah to take on Friday. Also, you don't want to go and you're supposed to take haircut before Yom Tov. The only thing is, my only question is about Thursday night. Thursday night, I don't know. Because in this could be that in this type of kviyas we only do it mamish like on Friday, but it doesn't have to be. And people tell me that they think it has to be after Chatzos. I don't know why. I don't know where that comes from. Another thing is important to keep in mind: you're not allowed to prepare on Shabbos for Yom Tov. So even very small things, with Shavuos, for example, certain people have a custom to put out flowers or grass, things like that. Al Rebbe writes that this year you're not allowed to put them out on Shabbos for Yom Tov. If you want to take out something from the freezer to defrost for Yom Tov, it's usually you're not allowed to, even on Yom Tov, you're not allowed to prepare from one day to the next. Right, yeah. But like this, usually you have food left over from the first day. It's usually not a big deal. But on Shabbos, when Shabbos comes before Yom Tov, it's important to emphasize you can't prepare from Shabbos for Yom Tov. Now, So that's regarding. One second, let me just organize this properly. Yeah. The Rebbe, we don't say Tachnun from Rosh Chodesh until Yud Beis Sivan. Because before Shavuos there were days of preparing for the Torah, and after Shavuos you're able to bring korbanos until for another few days. It's famous the Hayom Yom that the Rebbe writes. Friedrich Rebbe writes that in Shavuos it's just like Tkiyas. When we blow the shofar, the Satan is mixed up. He doesn't know whether he's coming or going. So too on Shavuos, the Satan doesn't have permission, because it says when Hashem gave the Torah, he knew the Satan would make problems. So he sent the Satan, he did it in a way that he didn't know what's going on. So it says that on Shavuos, a person has the koyach to make achlatas, to learn Torah without the Satan interfering. So it's used at the time of Shavuos to make achlatas learning Torah. Now, milchiks. We eat milchiks, cheesecake, yeah? So, like this. First of all, just important to know, you're not allowed to make bread, the actual bread, you're not allowed to make milchik or fleishik. Because the Chacham made it, if you made it milchik or fleishik, the only heter is unless you make it in a special shape or a very small amount that you'll eat it up. Another thing is that the mitzvah, there's a minhag to eat milchiks, there's also a mitzvah to eat fleishiks. So some people have a custom only to have milchiks. Well, it's not an aveda, but maybe it's more of a chiyuv to have fleishiks than milchiks. But actually, a number of reasons why we have milchiks on Shavuos. But one of the reasons are because in Shavuos there were two loaves of bread. So we have one. So that's why there were two meals. We used to have one for milchiks, one for fleishiks. So at any rate, we have fleishik. You should have also fleishiks. So just obviously you have to wait the amount of time, and you can't have it in the same meal. Somebody started his meal and he had cheesecake, and then an hour later he's up to meat. He has to bench. Yeah, we'll get with more details a little bit later. Now, the first night of the first night of Yom Tov is usually done late on Shavuos because you want to have complete 49 days of Sfiras Omer. But anyway, this year it's Shabbos, so anyway, Motzi Shabbos usually wait that amount of time anyway. Now we say about Toydiyenu in the Siddur say if a woman that have to bench shlicht, or somebody forgot to say about Toydiyenu and he's going to cook or do something before Kiddush, he has to say Baruch HaMavel ben Kodesh l'Kodesh, not ben Kodesh l'Chol, but ben Kodesh l'Kodesh. By you bench shlicht obviously after the Zman, Actually, the whole discussion here gets quite complicated. But if you have people that use, they have at the bottom of the globes, whatever they use, they have leftover wax they want to take out. So it's the whole problem of muktzah. One way to be taken out is if you want to use your teeth with a knife. But it gets questionable. Some of the people given advice to put a bottom of oil at the bottom so it doesn't stick. So you could just take it to the garbage can and throw it out. We stay up the whole night of Shavuos. It's important, whatever, the idea is to say, we say Oisius HaTorah, we say the Tikkun. The Tikkun has, the beginning and the end of, the Tanakh and everything. By Kiddush is Yakna Haz. Yain Kiddush, you say Hagofen Kiddush, you say Borei Moirei Ish, you don't put the candles together, you don't look with your hand, just look at the candles. You say Havdalah and you say Shechianu. A woman that bench licht by licht bench and she's making Kiddush, she obviously doesn't make it again. You could say Tikkun Leil Shavuos, you could start already from Neider, you don't have to do it. Now, if you did a person, some people not able to finish Tikkun Leil Shavuos by night, you could finish it by day, even though it's ideally to finish it by night. At any rate, there's a meaning to go to the mikvah, pick up all, they go to the mikvah a little bit before Alois HaShachar. Now, the whole thing about saying the brachas, people, like this, a lot of people, they rest for a few hours before davening. So, obviously, the best thing is to wait until it gets light enough to say Shema, so you don't miss it, and then if the person wants to go to sleep, should go to sleep. I think that, in my humble opinion, if a person is going to go to sleep, it makes more sense he should say all the brachas when he wakes up. Because really, our minhag is if you stayed up the night, you could also say all the brachas. Yeah, right, but if anyway you're going to go to sleep, why say all the brachas? Right, yeah. And then say it when you get up. Right, halach, it's it makes much more sense to do it that way. There's different customs that people have on Shavuos that we don't have. For example, people read Rus. We don't read Rus. We say it in the Tikkun Leil Shavuos, so we don't read Rus on Shavuot. Other people have a minhag to say Akdamos. By Kriyas HaTorah, we don't say it. The Rebbe used to say it personally, between the aliyahs. Say the Rebbe say because his father used to say it. Something Chabad. Another thing is that they put grass out in Shul. Why do they put out grass? Because it's a... the Rebbe writes, Simchas Matan Torah. Some say that Har Sinai Blada, there's different reasons that are given. And then other people also have that they put trees for a totally different reason, because Shavuos is the time when the fruit of the trees are judged. So they have trees, so we should daven for the trees. Now, in Chabad, we don't do any of this really. But it is very common that people have flowers, a lot of flowers for Shavuos. I guess this is a way of somehow, they used to have grass, whatever. But people that have flowers, you can't, there's a halacha that you cannot put flowers that are, you can't put them in, there's a whole halacha about putting them in water on Shabbos. If they're going to open up and you're going to put them in water, it's a problem. Even if they're already opened, you're not allowed to, I think you're not allowed to fill up a bowl of water to put them in. If there's already a bowl with water, you could put them in. Whatever gets to anyway. Fine. That's another thing is one of the reasons I think they say that we don't have trees because the goyim made for kratzmach, they made their yomtiv with trees, so they didn't stop doing it.
I was walking by the refugee's house. A few days ago, someone put up the door like a bouquet of flowers. Like I mean, it's like too goishka,
Yeah.
like a wreath, like going for fight. I don't know, a bouquet of flowers.
The same thing is okay for married men. It's not such a free or a towel. It's not a problem. But a towel is cotton. Some people that by night they change. They go to sleep with different towels cotton. So in the morning they make a brach and they put on the regular one. But those that just staying up the whole night, you have an issue with making brach on towels cotton. Now Shacharis is complete halal. Duchening for the kohenim obviously. Aseres Adibris. First day in Aseres Adibris, the minig is that we stand and we face the Sefer Torah. There's also the Rebbe, the famous thing the Rebbe wanted to have, that all the kids should come to hear the Aseres Adibris. The Haftarah is a very special Haftarah because it's the Maisim recovery, So the minig is that only a chashuv, a person reads it. She got, that one that gets the thing should be a chashuv. It says that somebody that reads a lot of times, people have a custom to read it together with the one that's saying the Haftarah. It says because it's a chashuv Haftarah, it's a minig that the person, that even those that read it along also stand when they say it. Now there's Musaf, and Musaf it says Ushneis Irim L'chaper. It's an interesting thing that Rebbe has a chiddush that we say in davening underneath Mechasim Miskayim that on Shavuos is two Sidim. On Shavuos you're not allowed to fast, even though we don't fast in general, but even those cases you're not allowed to fast, on Shavuos you're not allowed to fast. Now after Kiddush we usually have milchiks and then fleishiks. Now milchiks, some people used to wash twice, but even if you're not washing, at least the first meal you should have mezainis, milchik and mezainis. Now, you're supposed to have meat also. Actually, it says, like I told you, one reason is because there's shtei alechem, one for milk, one for flesh. There's another reason it says that the Malachim wanted to have the Torah. So they said, hold on a second, when you went to Avram Avinu, he served you milk, butter, and meat. You didn't make a distinction. So that's why we eat milk and wait the time to eat meat to show they're making a distinction. So there's a source for this. Some people have some type of kula on Shavuos that they don't wait the same amount of time between milk and meat that they do the whole year. But the Rebbe spoke once very sharply about this. That he said that Chas v'Shalom to do this, particularly that one of the reasons why we eat muchiks and fleishiks is to show that we're making the proper separation. So like this. So you can't. You have to bench meat. You can't have them at the same thing. You shouldn't use the same tablecloth. There's crumbs. All the mezainas or stuff that was left out that cheese could have gotten into, you keep that separately. We wait an hour. You don't have to wait an hour from when you benched. You wait an hour from when you actually finished eating the milk. Now hard cheese, there's different opinions, because real hard cheese, aged cheese, what do they call, Parmesan, whatever it's called. So real hard cheese, you have to definitely wait 6 hours after you. Now today they have ways that they make cheese that they used to make in 6 months, whatever it is, aged. They're able to do it much quicker. So different opinions of these cheeses. You also have to wait 6 hours. Also discussion if you melted cheese, like you took, let's say, Parmesan cheese and you melted it, if you also have to wait 6 hours. So there's different opinions in the matter. And he writes here that if cheese that some said that didn't really age, just because different techniques they have today, they're able to make it to get hard in a short amount of time, and you melted it, you could definitely be careful. There's also you have to be careful in eating. There's nothing to do particularly with Shavuos, but not to cut sharp things with a fleishik knife and eat it together with milk.
So what's considered sharp? Onion?
He writes here, onion, garlic, radish, he says a lemon.
Lemon, yes.
He says that certain cases, maybe even like real pickled things, maybe all sharp. This is really, I remember I saw a sefer, a whole sefer just on davar chorif and what's sharp. There are different opinions on the matter. At any rate, now, what bracha do you make? This famous question: what bracha do you make on the cheesecake? So the bracha to make is a simple. The bracha yishena is obviously muzenis, even if there's only a little bit of muzenis. The question is, what is the bracha achrona? So it has to be, in order to make a bracha achrona in simple English, if a sixth of the total combination is flour, so then you could definitely make a bracha achrona of al hamichya. But if there's less than that, if it's less than six, the flour is less than six of the ingredients, so then you should eat something that is al hamichya, for definitely al hamichya like muzenos, and also something that is that is definitely bought in the nefashos, not a drink, because a drink is really gets pottered by kiddush with the wine of the bracha of al gefen. But to eat the face, eat a banana, I don't know, to have a bought in the so like this. You definitely make a al hamichya and bought in the nefashos. In general, eating too much mezenis could run into shilos of bench. It could be four. If you eat 4 eggs of mezenis and you're satisfied from it, you have to bench. There's a mitzvah on Yom Tov to drink wine. Now there's two things. Really, every day of Yom Tov we drink a vias of wine, chalamoid also. But the interesting thing, it says that Yom Tov, the mitzvah is to be koveya the suda on wine, which means that if you're able to afford, you're able to drink, not to become shikr, but there's a mitzvah to drink wine during the meal, to have the wine, make your meal on wine. But obviously it says that, based on used to send shluchim on Yom Tov, that people shouldn't get out of hand. So it's supposed to drink, but not go crazy.
Yeah, so what's going on? Hello? I worked on these phones. 1 second, sorry. One more time, anyway. All right. Yeah,
Huh? Everything worked out?
I don't know. I'm just sure I'm going.
You have talucha, whatever how far people go. Yeah. But also, okay, this second night of Shavuos is.
Hello? I think I'm running right now, but hurry, make it. I got 10 seconds. No, that's right. Go on. That's right. 9:20. All right. How are you gonna get home now? Take a taxi? Yeah. Bye. Bye. Okay. Here we go.
There's mincha talucha. We light candles after, since it confirms it's after 9:03. One is Luchbenchen. The first night, I think he also writes. Luchbenchen over here is. 902, 903, whatever. We light, whatever the regular brachas, Ladak Ner Shanu Shachianu. Regular now, tonight, the second night is Nova Teidiyenu, there's regular Kiddush, Shachianu. The second day, Kriyas HaToyras, okay, it's not that set aside, it's Kol HaBechoyer, there's Yizker the second day, there's Ava Rachamim, Avarachim says even those that say Yisker don't say Yisker, say Avarachim. Truth is, we don't say from Moshe this Shabbos, we don't say Avarachim and Sitkoscha because we don't say Tachnun.
Yeah.
But on when they say Yisker, so then the custom is that people could say Avarachim.
Even if you don't say yes.
Even if you don't say yes,
I don't see anybody doing it, but seems
Yeah.
like no. But I heard that years ago. Yeah, I learned.
Yeah. But it's the same thing. It's the Avarachim when you're mentioning all those that were martyred. An interesting thing I saw today that brother that Chassidim should mention the Rebbe when they say Yisker. I never.
Where'd you see that?
The Sikh of the Rebbe, I saw that the Rebbe says that it's not. You're not doing it for the Rebbe. You're doing it for yourself. But the Rebbe said in the Sikha once, Chassidim have a minute, they mentioned the Rebbe when they did an interesting thing. I could be, I saw it before, but it never registered by me. Okay. The second day, Shavuos is, there's no milchik the second day, it's, regular meal. There's mincha, and then the Rebbe had the minute to have the farbrengen. And now whatever it was, they sing the nigunim, whatever, probably they'll have some type of say the nigunim over here. Havdalah, Maida v'zatich and Antonon. Havdalah is regular Havdalah without Havdalah. With Monday night is without fire and without sun. There's no vitamin also. Now, the day after Yom of Shavuos, you're not allowed to fast. We don't fast. Whatever, not that anybody, but let's say somebody that has a chasna, the day after Shavuos is Mikra Hadin, from the letter of the law, the person is not allowed to fast because in times of the Beis HaMikdash used to bring a lot of karbonos on that day because they could, the whole question, bring it on Yom Tov. You're supposed to eat and drink more than usual. You'd have been encouraged to make Kinus Torah so that's basically the Seder of Shavuos. One thing I wanted to know, the day before, in other words, Erev Shavuos, it's the whole thing about taking hakozas down. People used to let blood for health. So today we don't do that, but it says you're not allowed to, there's the whole thing, it's a danger for those, when they used to take blood, it says it was a danger to take blood, to let blood loose, whatever it was, after the day before Shavuos. It was the whole thing. It says that there was some type of evil spirit that Hashem let out. He told the Jewish people, if you do the Torah, fine. If not, then so therefore, the question is, if you're allowed to take a blood test, is taking a blood test the same thing? Different opinions, but this year also it's not Erev, it's not Shavuot, but nevertheless he brings down over here, I see that he brings down certain opinions that they used to, says not to take even on Friday before. Yeah, whatever, I guess the person really needs to speak to his local doctors, local rabbi, and figure something out. Now, that's basically somebody that crosses a date line. He has many questions that arise as to what exactly is, how it works. The Rebbe holds that he keeps Shavuos according to his count. The question is, if they have a meaning of such people, what do they do by Kriyas HaTorah? When do they say Tikkun al Shavuos? It's a very interesting. You have a number of questions that come up. Regarding the oven that you use for milchik, so if you're using the oven for milchik for Shavuos, let's say people only have one oven. So if you use it for milchik and then you want to use it for fleishik, so a lot of people just have a parava oven or whatever it is. So then there's two things. If there's actual mamoshes, if there's actual substance that falls in, that's a problem. But just, let's say, nothing really spilled, just what you have is called zeya, you have steam that came up. So that you could burn out. If you put that on, they say if you put on the oven for the highest amount of time, and the highest amount of heat for some number of minutes, so then that will burn out whatever it is. They say you could even do that for fleishikov. That's maybe you should wait 24 hours. It's best to wait 24 hours if it's mamish fleishik, and make sure it's clean, and then you put it on for the highest for face, and I don't know, for some time. Now, if you have a self-cleaning oven, it's obviously not a problem. Yeah. What else? It says here, why do we read the Rus? Some interesting things different than with that. Why do we read the Rus on Shavuos? So one reason is to teach us that Torah is only acquired through Yisurim. Just like Rus, if you read the whole story of Rus, it was difficult for her. She was poor and everything. That's the only way to acquire Torah. Another reason is because Rus was the great grandmother of David HaMelech. And on Shavuos you have the yahrzeit of David, and it's also the Baal Shem second. The Baal Shem is the first day, and David we're not sure, but we're not sure when it was Vav or Zion. How are you? So that's one reason. Another reason is because in Rus it speaks about the harvest, because she went to Boaz's fields during the harvest, and Shavuos is the time of harvest. Another thing is about having milchik on Shavuos. Why do we have milchik? There's a number of reasons it's given. Famous reason that's given is that when the Torah was given, so the Jews weren't able to eat the meat that they prepared. Why? Because they compared to now they were Jews. So now that they were Jews, the meat that was prepared before was like prepared by goyim. It wasn't shechted by a yid. So whatever, or they call it Shabbos, they call different things. At any rate, so they ate milchik. Another thing is Torah is compared to dvash v'cholov, honey and milk. Another thing is the word cholov. The numerical value of the word cholov is 40. So 40 is the 40 days the Torah was given. This Hargav Harim Gavnun, meaning cheese also is yeah. Also, I think it says Chag Shavuos. What's the lashon? Chag Shavuos LaShem. Shavuosechem Chag LaShem. Whatever. There's some words about Shavuos. Rashi Tevis is called. There's many hints. The Rebbe doesn't actually give a reason for it. He just says Minagav Yisein Otayrin. There's many hints were many reasons were given on it. Okay, should have Kabbalah Torah, we'll see him go with Pneumius, and Shemer to have the Torah Chatash to take it from Yad Mamash.